Good day, Ian. What is the VAT Receivables Liquidity Facility?
Good day, Noveline. This facility essentially is designed to provide liquidity support to small businesses who are owed VAT refunds by the Barbados Revenue Authority. These refunds must have been approved by the Barbados Revenue Authority before it can be considered eligible for the facility itself. And this facility really was in response to a request from some small businesses who were having some issues in respect of being able to get their VAT refunds, and their businesses were having some challenges. So we felt at the Central Bank that we would look at our existing schemes to see how we could more or less develop a mechanism that would meet that particular objective.
What type of business is considered a small business under this facility?
We are using the concept or the definition of the Small Business Development Act, which more or less specifies small businesses as having capital of not more than $1 million, sales not exceeding $2 million a year, and not more than 25 employees. So once a business meets that criteria, it would be considered to be eligible to participate in the facility itself.
Ian, walk me through briefly how this facility is going to work.
This facility is what I would call a hybrid financing structure, and that it includes two types of financing mechanisms. It uses the factoring concept, where an entity can actually get paid for its receivables or sell them to some other entity. And it also uses the guarantee concept, where the Central Bank provides guarantee cover under this facility for the small business. Now, what the small business does, it has to first be certified. To be certified, it has to meet those criteria, and it would go to the Small Business Development Unit, and they would assess the information presented, and once they are satisfied they have met the criteria, they would be issued with a certificate. Once they have been issued with this certificate, they can go to the Barbados Revenue Authority, and they can ask for a certification letter for outstanding VAT refunds. And as I said earlier, these VAT refunds would have been approved. So it's not that you submit your VAT return and you can go straight and be eligible. It has to be approved by the Barbados Revenue Authority and is waiting to be paid. So once you get this certification letter from the Barbados Revenue Authority, you can go to your financial intermediary. You can present that certification letter with the small business certificate from the small business unit, and you can apply for liquidity for credit through the financial intermediary. At that point, what occurs, the intermediary will then send a guarantee application to the Central Bank, which we would process, and in 2 or 3 days we would have it back to the commercial bank. So the small business unit, the small business person would have access to their funding. I must say that the funding would be discounted, so that if you have a VAT refund for $50,000, there will be some interest which will be payable to the bank, usually around 5% or so, and there's a small guarantee premium. So you probably lose $50–60 if you have a refund of $50,000, which is quite good in terms that you have your liquidity and you can put it in your business operation to make sure that you can get your inventory, pay your suppliers, or even expand your business.
Is there a minimum or maximum amount that I can qualify for in any given year?
If you have as little as $3,000 outstanding as a VAT refund, or up to $50,000. That's for any one refund, but you can have a series of refunds. You can have as much as $100,000. So your limit is $100,000. For any one refund, you go up to $50,000. You can go as low as $3,000.
So tell me, Ian, if this facility does not cover all of my refunds within a given year, how do I recover the rest?
Well, we appreciate that we are unable to cover all of the VAT refunds, and for this reason the facility is actually a revolving facility. So that if you get a refund for up to $100,000, we expect at some time that money will come back into the facility so that some other person will be able to get a VAT refund. So there is a good chance that many small businesses will be able to benefit from this facility. And I can't guarantee you that all of them based on the level of refunds that might be outstanding, but I think it would be very helpful in providing liquidity to small businesses.
And Ian, what guarantees can you give me that the facility will work efficiently and small businesses won't find it too frustrating?
There are certain areas which we at the Central Bank have some control, and this is certainly in terms of our processing time. We have standards, we have targets, and currently we do a turnaround time in probably 2 days, 3 days at the most, sometimes in a day. So from our perspective, we are geared to make sure that there are no issues in terms of processing. As far as a small business unit is concerned, you have to start at that point. Once you present them with the information, they can issue with a certificate. Remember, the issuance of a certificate is dependent on the small business supplying adequate information to the unit itself. I have recently been in touch with the BRA, that is the Barbados Revenue Authority, and I'm working with them to make sure that their turnaround time is something that we can live with. So once all these are in place, there really should be no issues as far as getting access to the facility.
Briefly tell me, what type of information do I have to supply to the unit?
To the small business unit, you will need to give them information on your sales, probably for the past year, the number of employees, and the number of capital. So if you are a good small business and you have financial records, you could easily take that information to them, and then you could indicate how many employees you have, and that would generally be adequate. So once the small business provides this information, the turnaround time in respect of the small business unit should not be too exaggerated.
And when does or did this facility go into effect, Ian?
The facility started effective April the 7th. And what we did, we informed the financial intermediaries so that they would be in a position to respond and to deal with any request for assistance with this facility.
So if I wanted information or more information immediately, where should I check, or with whom should I check?
At this point, you can call Jocelyn Holip or Victoria Douglas or Alicia Bascom at the Central Bank. The number is 436-6870, and they will be able to respond to any questions that you have. In addition, it's important to state that this facility can be accessed through commercial banks, Part 3 companies, including Globe, Consolidated Finance. We also have some credit unions. These credit unions will be Barbados Workers Credit Union, the City of Bridgetown Credit Union, Citicorp Merchant Bank. So basically, Part 3 companies, commercial banks, and also you can go through the state entities such as Enterprise Growth Fund and Fund Access. So what we've done, we've widened the scope to ensure that people have choices in terms of who they want to deal with in accessing this facility.
Ian, I read somewhere that there is a 90-day guarantee period. Explain that briefly, and does it have any impact at all on a small business who might be a beneficiary of the scheme?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because the facility is for 90 days. At the end of 90 days, we have arranged it so that we will pay the financial intermediary, and then we would in turn be refunded by the Barbados Revenue Authority. But we want to make sure there were no issues, so that's why we structured it in that way, so that the central bank would make the payment. So once a small business has actually received his support under this facility, he does not have any obligations to the financial intermediary. Obligations to the financial intermediary would be the central bank and the Barbados Revenue Authority. So he can go merrily on his way and use the proceeds to expand, pay bills, or invest if he chooses to. But he doesn't have to be bothered anyway about having to repay any funds to the financial intermediary.
Ian, can I come to the Central Bank of Barbados to access this scheme?
There's still some businesses who are not comfortable going directly to the financial intermediaries. So we have set up an arrangement so that they can come to us and we can pass it on to the financial intermediary of their choice. So they can go directly to the financial intermediaries, or they can come through us.
Okay, before we wrap, anything of significance that you think you need to tell those small businesses out there who want to access this facility?
Well, the facility is available through many financial intermediaries, the banks, Part 3 companies, which we like Globe, Consol, as I said, and Signia, some credit unions, EGFL. It is a very straightforward mechanism. Just make sure you get registered through the small business unit, and for those businesses that have been certified under the Trade Receivables Liquidity Facility, they don't need to do that. They can take that certification letter with their certification letter, the certificate with their certification letter from the Barbados Revenue Authority directly to the financial intermediary. So it is basically very simple and straightforward, and it is designed to ensure that they get most of their VAT refunds, and it is intended to be timely so that they can get their refunds very quickly. As I said, I'm not going to put a time on the other players in this arrangement, but we at the Central Bank will be doing our best efforts to make sure that we encourage the other players to be as efficient in the processing of the requests.
But of course, the wait perhaps won't be as long as people might be waiting now to get their VAT refunds.
And that is the beauty about this facility. There are people who've indicated that they have been waiting for 6 months, even a year, probably more than that. And there is a lot that there's a lot of benefit from having liquidity in a business. If it takes you 2 weeks to get your VAT refund through this facility, then certainly that's much better than 6 months or a year, or not even being so sure when you will get your VAT return. And as I said, we are going to work with the other partners to make sure that we could probably look at maybe 7 to 10 working, I would say 10 working days to be comfortable, to make sure that we can all do it within that parameter.
Okay, Ian, I want to thank you for taking the time out to discuss the facility with me. It was a pleasure as usual.
Well, thank you for having me, and I am looking forward to seeing small businesses using this facility and using the bank's financing schemes in general. There are a lot of benefits that businesses can gain from using these facilities, and I would encourage all businesses to get to know more about the facilities and leverage the benefits that can be attained from doing so.
Thanks again, Ian.